Hey everybody, it's Jason from the Texas Gun Vault 2, and we're back out here in the garage for another upcoming projects video. I have a few guns on the table, two from somebody you guys have already been familiar with who lends a lot of amazing guns to the channel for me to try out. And I have a pistol that has been lent to the channel from somebody new, somebody named Julian, and he had reached out. He's a local fan and subscriber, as I always say. I don't know why anybody would be a fan of mine, but they are, and they saw that I had reviewed some Sig pistols and said, hey, I have a Sig model you haven't reviewed. Would you be interested in taking a look at it? He told me the model number. I'd never even heard of it. It's an older model because it was made when Sig was in Germany, and this is the P245. And the best that I can tell, this is a single stack 45 P-Series pistol that is kind of like a P225, but in 45. Sometimes when it comes to SIG's naming nomenclature, they keep the same model number, but they offer it in different calibers. And sometimes when they change the caliber, they change the model number. And there's no real rhyme or reason to it, but I have never heard or seen of this model before. It is a single stack 45 caliber P-Series pistol. I think it holds, well, the witness holes have 5, but I'm assuming you could probably get 6 in there. And it's a standard P-Series pistol. It has, in fact, this is really cool because this is one of the old ones that has the stamped sheet metal slide. And you can tell because it has this little flat surface up here. And you can see we have this little block right here that is not milled into the slide. It's kind of fit in there. And that is the, I don't think they call it the locking block. What is it, like the trigger? No, the firing pin something. Anyway, it was a really interesting design that they did away with when they began to make the slides out of bar stock steel. So this one would have been made in West Germany, but this one must have been made after the reunification because it just says made in Germany. So this is before SIG really started making a lot of pistols in the United States. Single stack 45. And even the font is of the older style. So this is really interesting and cool model I have never heard of. So yeah, we're going to see what this thing is all about. The Sig Sauer P245. So thank you, Julian. I'm excited to do a little bit of research on this, take it to the range, and see what it is all about. And now let's get to the other two things that have been lent to the channel. And now that I'm doing dedicated suppressor reviews as well, I think I'm going to get 4 videos out of these 2 guns. So the first one is another LMT, and this one is a piston gun. I think all of the LMTs, with the exception of the Estonian reference rifle, have been direct impingement. This one is going to be a piston gun, and some people have seen my video where I talk about the pros and cons of the piston versus DI system, which is better, and so forth. And of course, there's always going to be an endless debate on that. The big downside to a piston gun, of course, is the weight. Some companies do it better, but this gun is just a lot heavier. And I think one of the true principal guiding philosophies of an AR-15 should reflect Eugene Stoner's original intentions and designs of keeping the rifle light, because as they say in the battlefield, ounces become pounds. And so if you have to start carrying around a gun that's heavier, granted, mechanically it's cooler, maybe a little bit more reliable, or does things a direct impingement gun can't. I can only imagine if you're out in the field with plate carriers, ammo, all of your survival gear, your armor, all that kind of stuff, this would kind of weigh you down. Not that it's, too much, but you definitely have more weight here. So it's another Mars L lower receiver on this piston upper. I have to go and double check exactly which model this is. But D has also outfit this with a Knights Armament suppressor, and this is the model, which one is it? This is the 556 QDC CRS PRT. Now, I have used this exact suppressor in the past on a different gun, but I have not reviewed it. But now that I'm getting better at reviews, I think I'm going to review the gun in one video, then I'm going to review the suppressor in another video. So that's what we have here on the table. And once again, I have to thank D because obviously he has gone above and beyond, because when it comes to stuff like this, it requires, you know, some paperwork and some time. And he's done it just because he wants to be able to allow me to be able to review this. So it's absolutely incredible. So to have an amazing friend like that. So LMT, piston AR with the Knights Armament suppressor that we'll also do a review on. And then the other one is another Sig, but this is the Sig Rattler in 300 Blackout. And this is like, you know, the small like MCX style gun. I have never been interested in the Rattler because I've always felt like the barrels were too short and the guns were too blocky looking, especially the ones that are in 9mm. Of course, when it comes to guns of this size, I love sub guns. But this one's in 300 Blackout, and I want to say the barrel on this is like 7 inches or something. It's like really, really short. So I can only imagine how loud this would be unsuppressed. But we have a suppressor on this one, which I will also review. And let me get the exact model on this one. This one is going to be the CGS suppressors Hyperion K. And that's what this one is. So a company that I'm a little bit unfamiliar with. But we'll see how this suppresses such a short-barreled 300 Blackout, and we'll try this out with supersonic and subsonic ammo. So hopefully we'll get this thing to work well. And with such a short barrel, hopefully it will be enjoyable to shoot. So that's the guns I have in for review, and hopefully I'll have a few more soon, because I got through the big pile that I had here at the house and got all those back cleaned up and back to their owners. But as I said, right now I am blessed beyond my wildest dreams because I have people like, you know, Julian, who really doesn't know me. He's messaged me a number of times, him and I have to talk and text, and he's like, hey, I want to lend you a gun. And this really cool Sig pistol is going to be a lot of fun to review. So I feel honored and humbled beyond words that people entrust me and also want me to create the content with their firearms so other people can learn about them. That's awesome. And then, of course, I have my friend D, who is like, hey, I want you to review some of this cool stuff. Let's do the paperwork on it, and let's get this in your hands. And that's what we have here. So the Sig Rattler and 300 Blackout and 2 awesome suppressors. So let me know what you guys think about the stuff that's on the workbench. Do you guys have any preferences on these? And do you guys know anything about them, especially this Sig pistol, because it's a model that I was unfamiliar with, but I think it's just like a P245, or like, I guess in Germany it would have been the P6, just in 45 ACP. Single stack, and I can see why this might not have been the most popular gun in their lineup, because a single stack 45 is very limited in capacity, but it could be a good backup gun. But I think it's double action, single action, and yeah, just really, really cool. And of course it has that decocker. It's just like all of the other P-Series pistols. So there you go. So if you made it to the end of this video here in the garage, I said, tell me about anything about these guns that you think I should know about or consider when it comes to reviewing. And if you watch to the end, the word of the day is going to be, the word of the day, we have, I tell you what, the word of the day is going to be single, because we have a single stack 45 on the workbench. So that's how I know you're a true vault dweller and are able to torture yourself and watch me to the end of a video. So the word of the day is single. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Thank you as always for joining me here in the garage. And as always, thanks for watching.